Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel TechDataEngineer. So in this video we will discuss about the framework for Agentic AI. Okay, so here we will discuss two framework, Langchain and CrewAi, which we are using for making the Agentic AI. Okay, so in which scenario we are using the Langchain and which scenario we are using the CrewAi and what is the complexity of task and all. So we will discuss about Langchain versus CrewAI. Okay. So let us start with the long chain, then we will discuss about the Crew AI, and then we will discuss about with the simple use case, in what scenario, what are the efforts required, and what are the ease and cons and pro in both the cases. Okay. So Longchain is a versatile open source framework for building LLM powered applications using modular component. And in case of Longchain, we are using the prompts, memory for storing the context, retrieval system, API, tool integration, search system, and everything. Okay. So in case of Longchain, we are using all this component to create the LLM powered agentic AI. Okay. So Longchain framework, we are using that. Okay. So what are the key feature of that? So key feature of Longchain is if you are using the graph-based workflow for stateful and multi-actions application, we can use the long chain. If you want like more customizations in case of your agentic AI, then you can use the long chain. If you want like debugging, monitoring, and evaluations tool, while so you can do while long smith in case of long chain. Okay, so if you are creating a frame, you are creating a agentic AI where there are extensive integration across LLM, database, API, and other things, and multiple connectors, you can use the long chain. Okay, so long chain is suitable for that scenario. So why we are using the long chain? Because long chain is flexible and customizable. Okay, you can use like you can use, create the excellent for building the complex and integrated AI workflow. So always if you so always it's depend upon your business use case, for which use case you are using the you are creating the agentic by choosing the right framework. Okay, so long chain always you have to choose if you want like more customizable, and if the your complex you can say agentic AI is there, complex work is there, you can create with the different workflow, integrate, you can integrate with the workflow, AI workflow also. So you can use the long chain. Okay. So uh, and corresponding to that, we have the Crew AI also. So what is Crew AI basically? A lean high performance, a Python framework built for ground up to support multi-agent workflow. Okay, so this is basically useful if we have the multiple agent and the different agent have the different task. Okay, so if there are multiple agent, one agent is doing research, one agent is doing some writing to the DB, one agent is doing the analysis or verifications. So there are three agent, and how the three agent will be coordinating to each other to create the final thing. So in that case, we are using the CrewAI. So what is the core design of CrewAI basically? So it is like the team of role-based automation agent, okay? Like data science, research and all. So what is the flow of CrewAI basically? CrewAI is structured and event-driven, okay? So that is the event-driven orchestration for task-related things. So what is the strength of CrewAI? We have already seen the strength of Longchain. So strength of CrewAI basically it's a simplified, intuitive AI, API, great for rapid prototype, scaling multi-agent system and all. So if they have multiple agent, we can use that. So we can integrate this with Longchain also. We can it can wrap Longchain via Longchain tool. Okay, we can do that. But if we have the complex things, we can't do it by CrewAI. Okay. So in easy term, I'll explain where we have to use the Langchain, where we have to use the CrewAI. So Langchain is use, think it is like a big toolbox for AI. Okay, and you get lot of parts like prompt, memory, database, API, and search. You can build any type of AI system, chatbot, or RAG assistant. So this is Langchain is good for complex project where you need flexibility and control. Okay, so what is the downside of that Langchain? Langchain is like you can feel heavy and complicated if your project is small. So if you wanted to do some POC on that, I'll recommend not to try with the Langchain. Okay, that will automatically will be hectic. Okay, overburden for that. So when we have to use the Crew AI, so Crew AI is like it's a team of manager of AI agent. Okay, there are different AI agent which is working like a team member, and there is a team manager who is working. So with the in that scenario, we have to use the Crew AI. So what Crew AI basically do? It lets you create crew. Crew means like it's a team of members where each AI agent has a role like researcher, writer, reviewer. They work together step by step to finish the task. Then we have the so that is basically good for if there is a multi-agent collaboration required. Okay. So what is the downside? What is the cons for that? It has the fewer built-in integration than long chain. Okay. So that scenario we don't have to use this one. Okay. Now coming to the next thing. So when to use what? Okay, so use Langchain if you need a custom complex AI workflow like chatbot, database, search engine, external API, memory, everything if you want, always use the Langchain. When to use CrewAI? If you want a team of AI agent working together, one agent for researcher, another summarization, another for check quality, we can use that. So let us see with the help of a use case. Okay, so so there is a task to create a market research report on electric car. For that, you need to create a agentic AI. So what is the process and what are the your you can say what is your like how you will create this by long chain or by CrewAI? So if we are using the long chain, we can build the data retrieval system. We can build the summarizations. We can like we have to build the different. So data retrieval for one task, you have to build summarizations, storage, report generations. You have to build the four things. Okay. Then you need to design the flow manually like Lego blocks. So by Lego blocks, we have to do the wiring of all the four things. One would do so one system will do the data retrieval, then we have to do the summarization, storage, and report generation. So when to use this one if you want the full control, like which data source, how many memory, what format of outputs comes, then we have to use the Langchain. Now coming to the Crew AI, we have to create the because you wanted to create a research, so we have to create the four agent. Okay, one is the researcher agent that will do the research, that will find the news article related to electric cars from the different. Then other would be the analytics agent. What it will do, it will read and extract the key insights. Other would be the writer agent that will write to structured data that will write to your report things, and one will be the reviewer agent that will review the whatever the reports we have, and it will do the final edit. Then what it we have to do, we can combine all these four agents, and then we can create it by CrewAI. Okay, so best if you want teamwork and automation with less coding effort, then we can use the CrewAI also. Okay. So what is the simple takeaway from that? So long chain you have to use if you build the pipeline yourself and best for custom workflow. QEI if you want the assistant agent like employee. So that is for best for team like work we can use the QEI. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for watching.